Good morning, viewers of Japan Hubba 2021. Welcome to the Japan Quiz. IJCCI has been conducting Japan Quiz for high school students since 2012 with the support of University of Tokyo India office. Year on year, Japan Quiz is gaining momentum and popularity, and this year the prelims and finals has been conducted virtually. We will show you a glimpses of Prelim 1 and Prelim 2. As quiz became a virtual contest, we had entries not only from Bangalore but from Udupi, Hassan, Chikmagalur, Tamil Nadu and also Kerala. We conducted preliminary round 1 and screened only 20 students out of 50 students for the preliminary round 2. 4 students out of 20 entered the Japan quiz finals. After watching the glimpses of Japan Hubba preliminary 1 and preliminary round 2, you will watch the exciting quiz, the final quiz with the quiz master Lloyd Saldana. Good afternoon, children. So it's Japan Hubba. Yeah, it's Japan Hubba 2021 again. This is Anjana from Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce speaking to you. How have you been doing this year? I know you have all gone through this tough tide of 2020 and we definitely look forward for a bright 2021. Thank you all for joining today and we thank all the school teachers for this, spreading this information to you all, and you have all come here. Thank you all teachers. I request Mr. P.N. Karanth, the Honorary Secretary of Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to kindly welcome you all. Sir, over to you. Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Anjana, and welcome to all the students. And it's great to see all of you are so smartly dressed today and are able to operate the computers and laptops along the Zoom. So if not anything else, the COVID has brought a lot of education on the distance learning to all the children as well as for others who are working from home. Welcome to all of you for Japan Hubba 2021. As you may be knowing, we have been conducting Japan Hubba and the quiz for the last 7-8 years, and it has been quite interesting to the students and the schools, and the principals have cooperated very much all along. And this time it is first time coming in the online, and we hope we can successfully conclude the quiz in the next 1 week's time. Coming to Japan, I hope all of you know very well about Japan and why Japan is important going forward, mainly for India also. In, in the question of higher studies, Japan could be the best place for studying anything technical, engineering, medical, or social science, any of the subjects. Japan has tremendous progress and they are one of the best in this type of education right up to PhD and post PhD. They have they have been encouraging such things coming from India. Unfortunately, the progress from Indian side of students going to Japan for higher studies is yet to pick up. We as at IJCC are trying our best to promote on the last few years. Things are happening slowly, but I do hope going forward from now onwards, maybe next 2-3 years, at least to 500 to 1,000 students per year from at least Karnataka will go to Japan for technical studies and science and medical. As you may be well knowing, the amount of patents and the Nobel Prizes won by Japanese side is much more than Indian in India. So we believe students going for technical education, higher studies in Japan can get a much better education and scope for becoming one of the great people in the world henceforth. But this requires some sacrifice from all the students because it is not so simple as United States or Europe or Australia, because there is a language question. I'm sure with the amount of Japanese language teachers available in Bangalore and Karnataka, we can overcome this angle so that you can really go and study well and become, highly educated, maybe bringing more patents and maybe the Nobel Prize for India from Japan side. Although you'll be studying there and be doing the PhD, but that would be a great contribution. This will help the Indian industries to progress because we need more and more Indians who can study in Japan and bring the technology to work in Indian companies. Although you have good scope of getting into Japanese companies, more so for their international operation, working from Japan or from outside. I'm sure you will find the quiz starting today interesting, and we look forward to your active participation and hope we will see some of you in the finals on the 28th uh, of the Japan Hub festival, which is going to be conducted in Bangalore. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Karan-san, for this warm welcome and nice pitching. Yes. So today we have good number of schools participating, not only from Bangalore, but from Udupi, Hassan, Mysore, Chikmagalur. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, children. Okay. It's so heartening to see so many schools, and it gives a very nice feeling. Thank you. So now I think we will move on to our first prelims. So you will have a link that will be shared on the chat box now. So you will be opening that, write your name, email, and the question and answers. The total time allotted will be 20 minutes. Thank you all children for today. So the top, we will be sending you the qualifying candidates list to you all by 9 p.m. tonight. Okay. So tomorrow we will be having the second preliminary rounds that will start again at 4 p.m. You have to log in at 3:50. The qualified students would join at 3:50 like today. Okay. So I think I will wind up today. Thank you all very much. Okay. Children, wish you good luck. Okay. So you will be entering into the second round now. Savita will explain you the rules. Okay. So have a great time, and 4 will be selected for the finals. Okay. So that will be held tomorrow, and we will have the quiz master coming, professional quiz master Lloyd. He would be coming and conducting the quiz for you. Okay. So Savita will share the Google link. Now, like yesterday, you write your name, email ID, and then start. Okay. So thank your teachers, children. Okay. From them, you have got to this platform. So we really thank the school principals and teachers for being, able to help you all the way, right? Thank you for participation. So we will see the 4 or any tiebreakers with more students. We welcome you tomorrow again for the finals. Okay. See you then.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you all invigilators. Sukshma, Geeta-san,
Thank you.
Sukshma-san, arigato gozaimashita. Soham-san,
Soham-san.
Hontonoi arigato gozaimashita. I welcome you all children for the finals. Japan Habba Hikari is the key for this year. What is Hikari? Hikari is light, dispelling darkness. As I told you, we have all gone through tough time and we really want some good light, right? So this is the Hikari theme for Japan Habba 2020-21. Okay, so we have gone through two preliminary rounds. We had 40 students, we got down to 20 students, and today you are top 4 who have joined the finals. Welcome you all. Today we have the young charismatic quiz master who helps us all, and he's been helping us from 2012 Japan Habba quiz contest. He is none other than Lloyd Saldana. He is the vice president of Grey Caps. He has proven experience in marketing, communications, cross-culture management, and many other things. So now he has anchored very noteworthy quiz shows at IIM, Ahmedabad, Delhi, IISc, IFIM, Bangalore Spotlight of Times of India, and of course our Japan Habba quiz since 2012. We are fortunate to have you, Lloyd, all the time. Thank you so much for today. I leave this stage for now, and we have 4 winners. The names are Pranav Sanjeev from National Hillview Public School, Aditya Desh Kulkarni, again National Hillview Public School, Ayushi Karthik from Alpine Public School, and Aditya Banerjee, Air Force School, Hebbal. Welcome you all children once again. Stage is yours, Lloyd, please.
Thank you, ma'am, and welcome all of you to this quiz contest. Let me first finish up with, that would be me. I'm Lloyd Saldana. I'm going to be the host of this quiz. It's been a pleasure doing this quiz for the last 8 odd years from 2012. And each year, it's been a different type of a challenge because I'm sure all 4 of you are prepared for it. Did you all find time to prepare? Or are you too busy with school?
School, exams.
Schools, exams, okay. Like we've already spoken about, there have been 2 rounds of this. The pandemic has given us a different platform this year. We've had 2 rounds of preliminaries that we have already done. And from there, we've arrived at the top 4. And this top 4, I promise you, will make it very interesting. I can't remember seeing any of them before, but I'm sure they seem very prepared and they seem very eager. And these are the ones that have gone through 2 stages of clearing up, because it's not only just 1 round of multiple choice of prelim. The second stage of the prelim was pretty tough. It wasn't an easy one. And to get scores of almost 15 out of 20 questions, not an easy doing at all. So best of luck, all 4 of you. I have just one request to you. I will be introducing all of you for our video. Just look at your cameras and wave, okay, when I do that. Your name will come up, your school name will come up on screen. When that happens, just wave and smile at the camera. And a proper smile. This is not one of those fake smile moments. You're not on any beauty contest. This is a happy quiz, so let's keep it happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I will move on to introducing to you my 4 finalists, and here they come for you. The first one on your screen. The first of my finalists is from National Hillview Public School, Aditya Desh Kulkarni. I hope I got your name right and not pronounced it wrong. Welcome to this quiz. Can you wave to the cameras and smile a little? Thank you. Maybe when your mom and dad watch it some other time on YouTube, or they send it to their friends, they don't want to send a video of their child just looking very, very serious. It's not worth it. So smile a little. Second of my contestants coming up for you. Now, that is a lovely smile and a lovely wave, all the way from Alpine Public School. Ayushi Karthik, welcome to this quiz. Best of luck to you. The third of my contestants. From the time we've started this video session, this young man has got the thinking man look happening with him, especially with the hand movement on the jaw. But I hope that thinking man helps him his own cause during the questions. This is Pranav Sanjeev from National Hillview Public School. Welcome, Pranav. And last but not the least, has nothing to do with the point score. This is my random order of scoreboard. That's the way I have them on my scoreboard, and that's the way I'm going to introduce them. Here we go. That then, ladies and gentlemen, makes up for my top 4. All 4 of them prepared for it. I have different rounds of quizzing, and I will explain each of these rounds as and when I go to my round. Any doubt that the 4 of you have, please ask me before I start the round. Okay, that's a genuine request. Okay, then it's time for the final. It's time for my 5 rounds, and let's start off with the first of my rounds. Figure it out. Here it comes. The beauty of the Japan Haba quiz has always been the fact that we've tried to incorporate newer versions of quizzing. It gives us a good platform because it's very dependent on culture, sport, music, about another country. That gives us so much bigger canvas to explore. Having said that, I've concocted a new round. It's nothing earth-shatteringly different about it. The round basically works on the concept of unmatched. Has anybody tried the concept of unmatched among the 4 of you? No. Okay. No. I have an example. I'll show you the example so you understand how this round works. The point system is very simple. +10 if you get it right, -5 if you get it wrong. Okay. Everything is on the buzzer. The whole quiz is on the buzzer. We are online, so I'm not going to give you too much time. You go on the buzzer in possibly 5 or 10 seconds, give me an answer. I can't really time it. I do not want to time it, but I'll play it by the ear. If the first person gets it wrong, the second person on the buzzer, because the buzzer, if you can see your screen, buzzer gives me a listing of who went on the buzzer when. The first person gets the first opportunity. If they get it wrong, the second person gets the second opportunity. Even on the second opportunity, the points remain the same, +10, -5. But wait for me to tell you it's your turn. Do not jump out. So before I show you the question, before I show you anything else, can we just try out the buzzers one time, guys, please? All of you, can you just buzz? Perfect. Aditya, Pranav, Ayushi, and Aditya. How this would work, Aditya D gets the first chance of this. If he gets it wrong, Pranav gets the second chance. Understood? Any doubts? No doubts. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at the example. Figure it out. Example for you. You will get 2 visuals. Okay. All the 4 questions in this round, we will get 2 visuals. Can you tell me what is so unmatched about this? Anyone? No, don't worry. There are no negatives or positives for this. It's an example question. Who wants to try? Yes, Ayushi. Don't have to raise hands, guys. There's a buzzer. Press the buzzer.
Mario.
Sorry?
Is it Mario, the game?
Yeah, but what is unmatched about it? There are 2 elements.
Mario is made by Nintendo, not Sega.
Perfect. Perfect. You will get 2 components or 2 elements on screen. The one on the right is definitely not matched with the one on the left. That's why it's called the unmatched concept. You will get 4 questions where the one on your right does. Like for example, on this screen, Mario doesn't match Sega. All the elements on the left side, which is Mario and below, none of those elements will match the right side. You need to tell me what is the unmatched concept to this. +10 if you get it right, -5, 2 attempts per question. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No doubts. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, question number 1 then. Best of luck. Fingers on your buzzer. I have cleared out the buzzer. Very good. Here we go. First one. Wagashi and Starbucks Cherry Blossom Frappuccino. What is so unmatched about this? First question, stumping you. Oh, someone's on this buzzer. Yes, Ayushi, go for it.
One of them is a green tea and the other is coffee.
No, Wagashi is actually a sweet, so it's not. It's not green tea and coffee. -5 to you. Anybody else trying this on the buzzer? Your train of thought was right, but your answer is incorrect. Pranav, Aditya, and Aditya, you guys want to try? No? Okay, let me give you the answer. Wagashi is a type of Japanese sweet that is typically made from rice paste and red bean paste. Okay, that you see the bundle up thing that you find in the hand there. It is usually served with matcha. That was the part you were actually thinking, right? It's served with green tea or matcha. It's not served with cherry blossom. It's a mismatch. That is the unmatched part to this. Don't worry about it, Ayushi. It's only one question, -5. Lots more questions to score points. So don't worry. And my 3 other thinking men, go on the buzzer. Don't just stop yourselves. Okay, question number 2. This one is, be a little careful on this. Okay, the unmatched bit is the origin. Origin is the unmatched bit. Hato Sabure or the Dove cookies, and the unmatched bit is Ginza Tokyo. So what would be the actual origin? I'm breaking it down further for you. Hato Sabure and Ginza Tokyo. It's unmatched, of course. So what would be the actual match? Okay, that one question has got all of them serious and no one going on the buzzer. Okay, no. Oh, somebody is. Who's going on this? Ayushi again. Yes, Ayushi.
No, I did not use the buzzer. It's still blank for me. There's no
Blank for you?
buzzer.
Pranav, did you also buzz?
Yes, I buzzed actually.
You buzzed. Then okay, strange. Fair enough, Pranav. You can try the question.
Hato Sabure is actually made in Kamakura.
And not in Ginza.
Yeah,
But why do you have such a doubt on your face?
I'm not so sure.
+10 to you, Pranav. +10. Very nice answer. That is Hato Sabure comes from Kamakura and not Ginza Tokyo. Good answer. Unmatched it very, very well. Let me clear the buzzers first. And okay, they're cleared. Question number 3. Best of luck. This one is easy. This one is actually easy. Here we go. Pranav, fastest on the buzzer. Yes, Pranav.
The Koinobori is actually Children's Day in Japan, not Seijin no Hui.
It's the Children's Day in Japan and not Seijin no Hui. Seijin no Hui is the coming of the age day, and Koinobori is a part of the Children's Day. Very, very good answer. +10 to you, Pranav. Very nice going. Okay, moving on to my last one of this round. I won't complicate life anymore. This one perhaps is the easiest. I wanted to keep the easiest of the lot as the last question because we're moving on to more questions. So gives you more confidence when you get the answer right. So whoever gets this, best of luck. Here we go.
Sir, you have to clear the buzzer.
Oh, crap. Okay, wait one second. Yeah, cleared, buzzer cleared. Anybody? Pranav again. Okay.
Dokyo is the ring in sumo, not in taekwondo.
So Taekwondo does not use a doyo. Doyo is a ring that's used in sumo. What was the ring or Pranav, you're still on the buzzer. Don't worry. Everybody's buzzers are working. Pranav, what would be the ring or the place where Taekwondo is executed or played? That's not a part of the answer. You've told me what is the mismatch part. You're getting your 10 points. I'm just asking for added information.
Sir,
Anybody else? Sorry?
I do not know.
Don't know. Okay, fair enough. The unmatched bit there is doyo does not come as a part of Taekwondo. Doyo is a part of sumo. Where Taekwondo is, I am so sorry about this. Okay, where Taekwondo is played, or the mat or the area of gameplay for Taekwondo is actually called a dojang. It's called a dojang. So that's what you get to learn here. One round done, 10 points to Pranav again on the Taekwondo question. We will move on to the next one, but before that, let me clear buzzers. I have cleared the buzzers out. Okay. This round is a straightforward, simple visual question round. I'll show you a visual. All of them are names, what these are called. Okay, I need Japanese names for all of them. Plus 10 if you get it right, minus 5 if you get it wrong. One person gets an opportunity to answer a question. Here we go. Question number 1. On the visualize this, I've already explained the rounds. I've already explained the rules of it. So I will go on directly to my first question. Best of luck, you guys. Fingers on the buzzer. I will double check my clearing. I have cleared the buzzers out. Here we go. Question number 1. What are these called? Simple and easy. What are these called? Anybody? Oh, Pranav trying again. Pranav's on the buzzer. Aditya Banerjee is also on the buzzer, but Pranav, sorry.
So it's not Pranav, it's me, Aditya.
Aditya, sorry. Aditya D on the buzzer first, Aditya Banerjee second. Ayushi also on the buzzer. Yes, Aditya.
So is it the traditional tabi socks?
Are you asking me? Are you telling me?
Sir, I'm telling you, tabi.
Tabi is a variety of socks that were actually incorporated. These were ankle-high socks that were meant for traditional Japanese footwear. But as and when tradition and culture go over a span of time, people like to innovate. Tabi is actually a toe socks where you get a separate toe and the rest of the foot gets covered with a separate part of the socks. Here, they decided to create something called the Gohon Yobi no Kutsushita. I hope I got the pronunciation wrong. Right. I apologize if my pronunciation is wrong. These are 5-toe socks, or they come from the original tabi. Of course, they reinvented it for no.
So your voice is lagging.
Yes, sir. It's
The
breaking.
video is frozen.
No points. Don't worry. Yeah, Pranav?
Sir, the video was frozen, I said.
Sorry?
Sir, we couldn't hear you.
My question is, do you know where the 5-toe socks come from?
I think it's Kyoto.
Oh, you're going specific to Japan. It's actually not Japan. The 5-toe socks comes all the way from Spain. They got popularized in Japan and they are used in Japan as a version of the tabi. So plus 10, Aditya. Where is now? Wait, I'm confused. Aditya.
So Aditya Desha Kulkarni.
So you will be from National Hillview, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, correct place to give points. Okay, clear buzzers. Next question. Ready? Again, what are these called? Simple as that. Anybody on the buzzer? These are heat packs. If you want to know what they are heat packs which a lot of Japanese people use because of how cold it gets. What is the name given to these heat packs? Ayushi on the buzzer. Yes, Ayushi.
It's called a Cairo.
Can I have your answer again because the buzzer sound went in?
It's called a Cairo.
You are 70% sure, 30% there's a doubt on your face.
No, because I lost points the last time I made a mistake.
Plus 10, Ayushi. No more losing points on this. Very, very good answer. Plus 10 to you gets you back into the game at 5 points. I will go to my next question. I need to clear buzzers before that. And here comes my next one. Again, don't give me the English name for this. I need the Japanese name for this. Question number 3. My buzzers are cleared. Yes, they are. What are these called? Aditya Banerjee, fastest on the buzzer. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, these are called Hanko and they use instead of signatures in Japan.
So these are personalized signatures or seals called Hanko. What is the other name for it? Do you know another name for it? 2 points. Yes, Ayushi.
Kite.
It's called Incan. It's called the Incan or the Hanko. Plus 10 to you, Aditya. Good answer. I will go to my last question of this round. This is simple. This is really, really simple. What are they called? Give me the Japanese name for them. That's all that I want.
So you have to clear the buzzer.
You haven't cleared the buzzer.
Ouch. Sorry. Here we go. What are these called? Anybody? They come from a very cultural. Oh, Aditya Banerjee, fastest on the buzzer. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, I have a bit doubt, but what I remember is these marks are called Hania.
That's a doubt that will give you a -5. These are not the Hania marks. Aditya gets a -5. Who was the second person? Pranav was the second person on the buzzer. Yes, Pranav.
Sir, is it called Oni?
Not the Oni. Why unnecessary negatives, guys? These are the Kabuki face masks that come from the Kabuki theater. 400-year-old traditional theater that's been around. These are the Kabuki face masks. That's what I wanted. I've taken a lot of different sections of Japan as a part of this quiz and a part of this round. Early days, but I'm sure we can quickly have a look at what my PowerPoints look like. Pranav on 10, Ayushi on 5, Pranav from National Hillview Public School on 25, and Aditya from the Army School on 5 points.
Sir, you're calling my name. You're confusing with me with Pranav from that time. You're like, Pranav is 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aditya from National Hillview Public School on 10, Pranav with 25. Okay, let me clear the buzzers. I'll move to my next round. Okay, this one is plain and simple. You will get questions on your screen. Read them. Give me a right answer +10. Wrong answer -5. Two people, of course, get a chance to answer the question. My only request is don't make the mistake of hitting the buzzer as soon as the question comes and then waiting to read the question. If you're going to do that, I will give you 5 seconds of time. If you do not give me an answer in those 5 seconds, you will give a negative straight up. I will go to the next person. So just take your time, read the question, and then go for the buzzer, guys. Here we go. Question number 1. It is called the Jidohan Baiki in Japanese and can be found all over cities, towns, and even in the countryside. What are we talking about? Aditya D on the buzzer. Yes, Aditya.
So is it the vending machines?
Why do you always ask me a question? That's my job. Don't take away my job.
Okay, sir.
It is the vending machine. Good answer, Aditya. +10 to you. Let me clear buzzers. Okay, buzzer clears. This is the vending machine that we're talking about. You will find them all over. It's almost a part of the culture. +10 to Aditya. I will go on to my next question. This one, be a little careful. Just be a little careful on the answer. This is a piece of cloth traditionally used to wrap bento lunch boxes and gifts. The cloth, available in all kinds of patterns and designs, is now a popular gift, especially among foreign visitors to whom the concept is a brand new one. What am I talking about? +10, -5. Ayushi on the buzzer. Yes, Ayushi.
It's called furoshiki.
I like the confidence with your answer. +10, Ayushi. Very nice answer. Well done. Let me clear the buzzers. I will go to my next question. Third one. This one is easy. Don't get confused. It's an easy answer. Don't get confused. This is a Japanese wind chime often found hung outside of homes and businesses. They're used on hot summer days to include the feeling of coolness through sound. What are they called? Aditya Banerjee first on the buzzer. He just pipped Ayushi on the buzzer. Aditya Banerjee, yes.
It's Furin. I don't know the pronunciation, but it's Furin.
I like the confidence. I like your smile when you answer. +10 to you, Aditya. It is Furin. Good answer. Last one of this round, plain and simple. Actually, not so plain and simple. Again, don't get confused. Answer is easy. Don't get confused.
Buzzer.
Buzzer. Thank you very much. Okay. I need to make sure this doesn't overlap. Then I can get the buzzers right. Yes, there it goes. Best of luck. Said to have originated in China, they have become another enduring symbol of traditional Japanese culture. A common sight at weddings and festivals as well as souvenir stores, they make for great gifts. Just don't try and use them in the rain. What are these that I'm talking about? Anybody on the buzzer? No. Okay, no buzzers, too much time. What, anybody wants to try? No points though. You don't need to buzz also. You can just
Is it the
unmute and...
kimono?
Yeah, no, it's not a kimono. See, the key part there was just don't try and use them in the rain.
Is it some food item?
Ah, shish, come on. No, not a food item.
Sir,
Okay.
is it the bonsai?
Sorry?
Bonsai.
I'm sorry, Pranav, you need to say that again. I can't hear you.
Sir, bonsai.
Bonsai. No, not bonsai, not bonsai. These are what you call vagasas or oil paper umbrellas. Decorative items, do not use them in the rain. Come on, guys, somebody should have tried this. Okay, I have cleared the buzzers, nobody on the buzzer. I'll do scores at the end of the next round. We'll move on to our next round. It's called Out of the Box. Here it comes. Okay, the funder of this round is very simple. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 visuals. You need to put them all together. Give me a final answer that all the elements connect to. If you don't give me a story or an explanation as to how they all connect, I'm okay with that. I just need a final answer. Plus 10, minus 5, 2 attempts per question. Any doubts? I have an example so you understand how this round works. What does all this connect you to? No points, so don't need to go on the buzzer. You can just give me an answer. The letters JR are the biggest clue there.
Say, is it related to trains or railway? Something?
Which is
So
what?
is it the transport?
Train.
Sorry? No,
Transport
Aditya,
in Japan.
I will go back to Aditya Banerjee. What would be your answer?
Railways, trains,
Which country are we talking about?
Japan.
So what will be your answer now?
Bullet trains.
Japanese railway. I mean, railways you say alone, you're talking about Japan. The answer is these are all Japanese railways companies. Okay, Japanese
Okay,
railway would have been the answer. The rest of the questions are not that difficult, so don't worry about this. This is an example. I try to create as much as I can to confuse you. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm talking about so you think on the same lines. Okay, my first question: think of a building. Think of a famous Japanese building. Buzzers are cleared. Yes, they are. Okay, question number 1. Oh. 634, Tobu, Edo Tower, and Rising Tower. What am I talking about? Ayushi on the buzzer. Yes, Ayushi.
Tokyo Skytree.
Care to explain?
They all are like the Edo Tower and the Rising Tower. It's one of the highest towers or the highest buildings.
Okay. What about Tobu?
I'm not quite sure, but they all seem to be related to it.
Tobu is the company, or it's the complex where the building was built. It was by the Tobu company. Edo Tower and Rising Tower are nothing but alternative names that were thought of for Tokyo Skytree. Finally, the most interesting aspect of it is 634 meters or 2080 feet.
The height,
right? But there is a beautiful funda to why it is 634. 634 actually, when broken down, works down to Musashi. Okay, those 3 numbers, when individually taken, become Musashi. Musashi is an old name for the region where Tokyo today stands. So there's a beautiful thought process and concept behind the building. Tokyo Skytree. Ayushi, you get yourself 10 points. Good answer. Next one. This one, think a little history. Okay. Think of a little bit
you
of
have to clear the
history.
buzzer.
Thank you very much, my dear. Okay. History is what I need from this. Here it comes. Anybody?
So what is written on that blue seal?
It is World Heritage, United Nations World Heritage site. That's the logo for the United Nations World Heritage.
Yes, sir.
Aditya Banerjee, yes, my friend.
Sir, from what I remember from Legends, Akamatsu Norimura, if I spell it, is a samurai, and White Egret Castle was in his reign when he was ruling it.
What castle?
The White Egret Castle. He used
Okay.
to when he was a samurai. He used to go there and almost live there, and has gone
Okay.
to there.
Okay. So what is the name that I'm looking for that connects all three? I'll wait. Aditya, hang on. I will just go to Ayushi was the second on the buzzer. I will go to Ayushi on this. Yes, Ayushi.
It's called the Himeji Castle.
I am not going to give you negatives, Aditya, because you gave me the perfect explanation of the answer. You did not give me an answer, so I won't give you a negative. That's not, I can't, you're reading out what is on screen. Where do you expect me to give you points? Emoji Castle is the perfect answer. Very, very nice answer, Ayushi. Plus 10 to you. I can't give you points on that. You literally saying White Egret Castle was a part of it. You're reading what's on screen. Why should I give you points on that? Okay, moving on. Next one. Let me clear the buzzers first, or else Ayushi will complain. And I will go to my next question. This one, okay, this one requires a little bit of logical application. So be careful on this one. Don't mess up on this one, because there is a tendency to think of another answer. Because if I have to be honest with you, I started researching for another answer and I landed up on this answer. So don't make a mistake. Question number 3. Buzzers are cleared. Best of luck. Here we go. I'm looking at a one-word answer. I just need a one-word answer.
What did he tell you, sir?
What does all these 3 things connect to? Pranav. Yes, Pranav.
Sir, is it cosplay?
Why do you guys ask me questions, man? Okay, since you're saying is it, tell me why it is.
Sir, because, sir, I think the Morojo is the first cosplay. Sir, the first cosplay competition or something.
And you're saying the connection is the word cosplay.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful answer. That is cosplay. Ayushi, I already have an answer from you. No use raising your hand. I was just trying to see if he knows the explanation, and that part is actually right. Morojo was the first character which actually comprises 3 different people who decided to come up with a character, and that was the first cosplay character that was created. WCS is World Cosplay Summit, and that man, where am I? Let me get his name right. I don't want to get his name wrong. Nobuyuki Takahashi of Studio Hard was the first person who concocted a word or created the word cosplay. That's what it was. Good answer, Pranav. Plus 10 to you. Oh, this is getting interesting as a scoreboard. Moving on to my last one.
So the buzzer.
Yeah, I will clear that. I'm just checking what. My last answer is a generic answer. Absolutely generic. Do not overthink the question. It's an easy question, or rather, the answer is also very easy. Don't overthink it. Simple, easy answer. Here we go. Pranav, fastest. Yes, Pranav. What's the answer?
Sir, are all these types of noodles?
Okay, too many buzzers happening. Say that again, Pranav.
Sir, types of noodles.
These are all types of noodles. Plus 10 to you. Plus 10. Good answer. These are all types of noodles. I have got one more round to play, and let's quickly have a look at what the scoreboard looks like. The PowerPoints are like this. Aditya from National Hillview Public School is on 20, Ayushi on 35, Pranav from National Hillview Public School on 45, and Aditya from Air Force School on 15 points. He should have been on 25. He will have the grouse that he should have been on 25, but he will never be on 25 for reading what's on screen. But it's not over. It's definitely not over. I have 4 more questions. It basically means there are 40 more points remaining. Aditya from Air Force School, you can not only catch up with them, you can beat them if you get all 4. And between the 2 of you, Ayushi and Pranav, rather 3 of you, Aditya, Ayushi and Pranav, game is absolutely open. 40 points available. Anybody can win it from you. So best of luck to all of you. I will go to my last round. Okay, this round, I have an example. It's a simple one. This is how it will look. So you'll get a clue on top with boxes below with filled in with a couple of letters. Okay, read the clue. Give me the right answer. That's all it is. Anybody wants to answer this? No points, no. Yes, Pranav.
It's a Japanese national anthem.
Yeah, what's it called?
Himigayo.
Thank you very much. You need to fill in the letters and give me the word, okay? Only then you'll get me points. If you're just going to give me an explanation, no points, I will give you a negative. I'll go to the next person. Plus 10, minus 5, 2 attempts per question. Any doubts? No doubts. Okay. Best of luck, everyone. And for all of you, this has been interesting and it is really, really close. 25, 35, 20, 35, 45, and 15. I have 40 more points remaining. It can go either ways. So best of luck, all 4 of you. Here comes my first question. Before that, let me clear buzzers. Here it comes. Question number 1. Careful. There is a possibility of making a silly error on this. Do not make a silly error. First one. Here we go. Also known as Ogi. 5-letter word. The other name for this is Ogi. No one going on the buzzer. I can add a clue to this. This is also called, in English, it's called as a hand fan. Come on. 5 letters. You just need to fill in the word. Okay, no buzzers. Too much time. No buzzers. No buzzers. This is the Sensu. S-E-N-S-U. Hand fan. Come on, guys. Okay, that's 1 down. 3 more to go. Best of luck. Nobody on the buzzer. But let me just clear it for practical purposes. Second one. This is a happy answer. Very, very happy answer. In the context of Japanese popular culture, Pranav on the buzzer. Yes, Pranav.
Sir, kawaii.
Plus 10 to you, Pranav. Plus 10. Oh, he's just inched ahead there. I've got 2 more questions. Ayushi on 35, Pranav on 55. Ayushi, you need to get both. You need to get both to tie with him. But if you make a mistake, there are negatives. So please be careful. Pranav, you're literally on the driver's seat on this from a numeric standpoint. Even if you do make mistakes, you will land up with 45, which means you will win. But if you make that mistake, Ayushi gets both of them right as the second person trying it, she wins this. So that math, just be careful of the math. Please be careful of the math. 2 more questions to go. Here we go. Buzzers are utilized. Thank you. The ceremony involved slicing up and serving the food only using a knife and chopsticks. The chef's fingers never making direct contact with the food. What am I talking about? What is the ceremony called? It's very cultural, very traditional. Aditya on the buzzer. This will be Aditya D. Yes, Aditya.
Yes, sir. So is it called seppuku?
Yes?
Seppuku?
No, not the same. How would it fit in there? It's 2 words. -5, Aditya. Anybody else trying on the buzzer? I've got one more turn on the buzzer. Ayushi. She's itching, but she's stopping herself because there's a negative. Okay, no more buzzers. No more buzzers. Yes, anybody else wants to try? No negative marking?
Sir, is it Hakodo?
Hakodo, no. It's called the Hacho Shiki ceremony, which is nothing but the knife ceremony of the royal household. It happens very few times where they actually make sure the food is prepared where knife and the chopsticks are used. The chef never ever touches food during this process of time. Moving on to my last question. I like the sigh of relief on Pranav's face because
Sir, can you like clear buzzer?
Sorry, I'll clear the buzzer. Thank you. I like the sigh of relief on Pranav's face. Did you even know the previous one?
No, I wasn't sure.
Okay, at least she's honest about it. I like that when people are honest. Okay, last one. This one's easy. Or maybe I know it very well. That's why it's easy. So I'm not going to say anything. For last question, here we go. Commonly sold at religious sites like temples and shrines, these are traditional Japanese charms that come in a variety of different styles and designs. Anybody going on the buzzer? Aditya Deshkulkarni, yes.
So is it the Omamori?
First question you asked.
It's the Omamori. It is the
Question.
Omamori.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Omamori, it is. Plus 10 to you, Aditya. Oh, I gave
So you
the
put
wrong
it.
Aditya. Yeah. I gave the wrong Aditya. I will give you points. Okay. Oh, and he disappeared. I gave him points.
So I'm there.
Oh, you're there. You're not showing up on my screen. Okay. You must have got moved across. Then let me just move you a little further. Why am I missing you? Okay, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the end of this quiz, which means the final PowerPoints look something like this. Pranav from National Hillview Public School with 55 points. Outstanding performance. Very, very nice answers. I feel bad for Ayushi a little. She should have gone a little earlier on the buzzer. I think you waited a little too long, Ayushi.
Yes, so I was really...
Go on. You were saying something?
No, I was about to click the buzzer, but then I got a little late.
Yeah. Because I think even the previous question where Aditya went on the buzzer, you were itching to go on the buzzer, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the limitation of this medium. I can't do much about that. But finishing a very respectful and with some outstanding answers. Ayushi from Alpine Public School finishing runners-up. Congratulations, Ayushi. Aditya,
Yes, sir.
stop asking questions to the quiz master and answer them more proudly. You at least from the way you're answering, I feel like you are a very dedicated quizzer who takes time to prepare. Keep at it. You're in what, 9th standard now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a long way. So much more quizzing coming your way. And best of luck to you. And the young man, Aditya from Army, where is he?
Air Force. Air Force School.
Air Force.
Aditya Banerjee, switch on your video.
It's there. Yeah, he's there.
He's there. Okay, I can't see you. Possibly some problem with my video. But Aditya, very good effort, some nice answers. And stop reading what is on the screen and give answers, okay? You will get more points that way. I'm just teasing you about that. But all four of you, very, very nice performance. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you for taking a time off on a holiday to be here and do this quiz. And I'm Lloyd Saldana signing off. As usual, it's always been a pleasure doing this quiz. Thank you so much, ma'am. All over to you.
Yeah, Lloyd, it's always fantastic to have you. And, we get carried away the way you conduct. So that's what it happens all the time for us. So definitely we would see you live next year for, Japan Habba 2020.
Yes. I want to get out of the house too.
Yes, children. So the winners, Pranav, Ayushi, Aditya Deshkulkarni and Aditya Banerjee. Thank you all very much for taking your time on this Sunday. And then you will be having, your prizes delivered to your home. And then we request you all to come live on 21st. And then with your medals and trophies on you. Okay? Thank you so much for today.
Oh yeah, one last warning. If you don't come live on the 21st, they won't send you your cash prize, okay? Or the Amazon coupon. So come first and then you get the money.
So
later.
you'll be having your medals, trophies, and then the Amazon gift coupons delivered. Okay?
And what is the price?
Prize, you will receive it. Okay?
See, it's surprise, secret. Don't worry.
That you need to wait. So it will be delivered. Kindly send your address to the email ID, okay, which you have been receiving responses and things like that. Okay?
Yes.
Dear?
We will request your address from our email.
We will done so it.
Thank you. Thank you, students.
Sunday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, it was really, really fun having you on. Good. Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care. See you guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Nazo, thank you. Savita, thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.